So. Okay, we'll see if everybody else now can see here, and I will. Angelica, I see that. I will do a mute there in a second here, but we'll see if anybody else jumps on board here. Then Evan's kind of monitoring everything for us, but yeah, again, so yeah, thank you everybody just for coming and for making this a success. I tell you what, instead of 10, just having these numbers is blowing me away. You guys are absolutely blowing me away. Just with your duplication and everything, and that's what we're being taught. That's what Robert's telling us, and I'm seeing it happen. What the other day, Robert, didn't you message me? See, I told you so.
Yeah, so, yeah. It's I'm gonna. It's not one of those things where we get to say "I told you so," and it's rubbing in your face. I enjoy telling people "told you so," and they're glad that I told them so. It's like.
Yep. Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
For 2015, there's no doubt that some of you, if you really focus on the very simple techniques that we do. There's absolutely no doubt in your mind that some of you in the next 90 days can totally walk away from whatever you're doing for a full-time income. And it will happen that fast. The last time I did this, I was sharing with Jeremy that me and my son just pulling people off MySpace. I mean, that's how long ago that was. It was 2009. We put 1,200 people in a company, and the average cost of getting involved in the company was $250, and we put 1,200 people in the system in our first 90 days. And that one momentum and duplication, made me a little over $9 million in the next 6 years. And so I'm tired of doing it for other people, and now I get to do it for us.
Yeah, and we appreciate that. And Robert, I appreciate you being here for this meeting. This is kind of our little corner here, and for you, our mentor and the owner of the company, to come and take time to show up and chat with us. I mean, what an honor, what a privilege. I know everybody is excited to see you and hear what you have to say. I'm just going to kind of turn it over to you for a second here, and you feel free to tell us what you think is important for us to hear right now.
Well, Jeremy, I thank you very much for taking the time and really putting this together. I've seen such an incredible growth in you, like I said last night on our pro call. We all go through things in life where it's just the right time and the right place for us. And one of the things that I could share with each and every one of you is if you can get anything through to yourself in 2015, is just really totally understand that it's not the product or the company or the comp plan or the owners. I can tell after 26 years of doing as well as I've done when people don't understand that they have a goal for themselves to make money. See, because if someone sends me a message that says, oh my God, you got to look at this company, and oh my God, you got to look at this comp plan, and oh my God, you got to look at this product, they're not excited about it for them. Does that make sense? Because if you guys look at every network marketing and every affiliate company out there, they all have $1 million earners, the ones that are still in business. So, even though you can't get excited about Amway, here's a company that did $11.8 billion last year. They're the #1 company. They're the oldest. They have more millionaires than any other company because they've been doing it for 50 years. So I like joking with people, and people go, oh, you got to look at my company because, Jim, Joe, Bob is making all this money, and we got the best, and we got the best, and we got the best. And I go, listen, if I was getting involved in a company because of documentation, I'd get involved with Amway. Now, let's switch it. If you're excited and you want to duplicate and you want to master the skills to make money, once you learn those skills, can't you go to any company?
Yep.
And that's the key. You got to find a way in 2015 to start saying to yourself, I'm going to learn and develop and just master skills that will allow me to be successful and valuable anywhere. And don't get excited about being pulled from one company to another or a product from another. On my Facebook wall, for those of you that are friends, right before supper, this guy sent me this video, and he says, Robert, you got to watch this because this is perfect. It's all about what you talk about, practice. And I would challenge every one of you to see how many baskets this girl sinks in one of those play basket things. So it's a play basket thing where you just, throw them in and they go into a net. It's sort of like a video game. And I watched her, and the first time I watched the video, I was just going, wow, this is going to be cool to see how long she can continue making buckets until she misses one. Guess what? You watch the whole video, she doesn't miss one. And the basketballs are one right after another. I mean, one's going through as the other one's hitting the basket. And I'm going like, I bet you if you counted how many went through, I'm going to go back and count them. I want to know. Maybe if I look at the scoreboard, I can figure it out. But the one thing that after you're amazed, listen to me closely, as you're amazed when she starts off, and then you continue being amazed as she continues to make them, and then the video's over and she didn't miss one, there's one thought that comes into your mind after, oh my God, that was amazing. And guess what the very next thought is? Every one of you, think about it in your head before I say it. The thought you have right after that's amazing is, I wonder how much she's practiced doing that.
That's right. Yep.
Everybody go, that must be in her home. She must have one of those in her garage. She must have got one of those from her grandpa when she was 3 years old. But all of us know that it slips from being lucky to the middle of it. We know she's practiced. And by the end of the video, we know she's mastered this. I think it's so funny for that young girl to be walking around a bunch of macho guys at Dave and Buster's and walk up there and go, can I try? And just... And the whole point is how difficult is it to really shoot a basket? See, so what a lot of us tend to do, and why we don't make a lot of money, and why we don't, or we're not able to teach others to make money, is that if someone showed you, if you, let's switch it one more step. So now you go grab her, and you say, listen, that's an incredible talent. Can you teach me how to do that? And what is she going to do? She's going to show you how to hold your hand, and then she's going to go shoot. Well, then what? Shoot again, and then what? Shoot some more. And what are we going to do tomorrow? Shoot some more. Well, what if I come back here next week? Shoot some more. It's like, and I was telling my son this, and I know this is going to sound, I guess it would sound a little bit racist, and I'm saying up front, I don't want it to sound that way. But I said to my sons, I said, isn't it amazing sometimes when you look at the tedious things, mastering the mundanes, that sometimes Asians have a little more ease at mastering a mundane than Americans? See, Americans just get bored. Isn't that amazing? But you see some of the tedious, the little tiny little things that, that a person from Asian descent has no trouble mastering. Yeah, okay, I just got to hit the ball and just keep doing that. I'll just keep doing that, and it doesn't bother them to continue to practice something mundane. And so I ask each and every one of you, if you get good at finding people, piquing interest, building relationships, and sending them a link, I'm telling you what, the person that gets more people to watch videos wins every single time. So to me, I might not be super exciting, like a lot of the guys that you guys see online, come and, everyone figure out how to do Twitter, and now there's a new Instagram thing out. Let's learn how to do that. Me, I'm just a simple guy. I'm the simple guy that makes more money a week than some of them make in 3 years of their life. Because I just understand numbers. They're the same all the time. I know a lot of you know Jeremy's in martial arts. And there was one, just when I first started in martial arts, there was one kick that I did very, very well. And it was an inside crescent kick. And my sensei, my master told me, Robert, there's very few people that are good at that kick. And he says, I want you to learn everything, but I want you to practice that kick every day. Because he said if you can consistently kick someone in the leg, and then the third time you do it, you pull it inside and land it on the other side of their face, they're never going to see it coming. And I did. I trusted my mentor, and I trusted my sensei, and I mastered that kick. And guess what? It always changed every fight I was in. And so, not to be on fighting here, but, I'm just telling each and every one of you, like, I just know you can do this. I just know you could do this if you know how excited I am. So when I got a chance to meet with Jeremy and got to meet him over the online and started talking to him, and he was going like, there's been a lot of struggles. And I said, listen, you can do this, man. You're going to be one of the top people in this. And, to think that, seems like it was like 3 months ago, Jeremy, where you were going, listen, I got to figure something out, to getting on this hangout and look at the support, look at the people, look at the team. My God, wham. So every one of you, in a matter of just a couple of weeks, not months, and in a couple of weeks, a month, every one of you could have this amount of people on your hangout. Why not? So then it's like, wow, what do we do now? Well, I see my son came on, but, Jeremy, I don't want to take up a lot of people's time. I just want to tell them that each and every one of you, if you're not my friends on Facebook, please send me a private message, say delete somebody, and I'll delete somebody and add you. And, Jeremy, along with my son, Robert Hollis Jr., man, I can tell you that there's you guys are in good hands, man. I'll tell you. I tell people all the time with my son, all my son can show you how to do is make $250,000 a year residual. So once you guys get to $250,000 a year, then if you need help to the next step, if he hasn't gotten any better, then you can learn from me.
Okay, so what do you have to say about that, Robert Jr.? Now that you're on.
Hi, Angelica.
Thanks, Robert.
You bet.
What I have to say to that is I plan on making $500,000 this year. So.
Good.
About time. I'm tired of carrying you.
So Robert Jr., I've got a question for you, or actually, if you would, welcome to the call, by the way. I appreciate you being here very much. I know everybody else does on the panel here. You and I have talked extensively, and you've really demonstrated to me about just the power of edification, that third-party validation, and you know that that's something, like, for me, that I feel almost, and I know this is kind of just a natural human reaction, we almost feel guilty asking people for their time to help out. And you've really made yourself available to me. Can you talk a little bit about that to the team here? And I want to emulate what you've done for me, obviously, to all of them. And I sincerely do, just like you sincerely have for me. Would you just talk to them about how important that is?
Yeah, absolutely. And first off, I just want to thank you so much, Jeremy, for putting this together. You are the epitome of what leading by example is all about. You really you know, there's a lot of people that sit around and talk about things, and you just actually did it. So first off, I just want to thank you so much for your leadership, for your dedication, and by leading example. Everybody that's on here that's a part of the team, you're with a winner. You know, there's no doubt in my mind, even if I decided to step away or if I had problems, that Jeremy, like my dad said, is in good hands. He can show you guys exactly what to do. Also, too, I apologize. I'm glad I was just about to sit down to eat and check my Facebook, and I think we got our times messed up. I thought it was in 30 minutes from now, so I was going to rush and eat. I'm so glad I checked Facebook. I'm like, right now? I better get on. So sorry I was a little bit late. I'm a stickler for that, as being on time. But yeah, the master of edification and expert from afar is really one of the magic pieces of network marketing. And, you know, believe it or not, the system of that, you know, not to touch on anybody's spiritual beliefs, has been around ever since the Bible. You know, it says in the Bible that a prophet's not welcome in his own hometown, and it is so true in network marketing as well. I'll give you guys an example. Is that, you know, my father, you know, he's a multi-millionaire. He's shown 45 people how to make $1 million. But when we go home for Christmas and Thanksgiving, he's still Bobby the auto mechanic. You know, my friends, I meet with some of my friends I haven't seen forever, and I pull up in a car that's worth more than they make 3 years at their job, and they ask me or start talking to me about marijuana and partying. It's like, I haven't done that stuff for like 10 years, you know. But they still look at me as Robert Jr., the guy that used to be the skater, that used to sell marijuana, and they still look at me like that. So, you know, and where the really magic happens as well in a three-way, and you guys have to do this because it's just called duplication, is that, you know, when somebody looks at a business opportunity, a network marketing company, there's usually three main things that go through their head. One is, does it make sense? Well, of course, what we got going on with Success in Minutes makes sense. That's pretty simple. Would you guys agree? You know, we're taking free training from a multi-millionaire to teach you exactly how to build a business, and now implementing the internet marketing to find people. Oh, that makes total sense. The second one is, it documented. Now, once again, we've got so much documentation on the background of the training, the system, and now what I love, you know, especially now that we launched a new comp plan, is you know, Jeremy, look at this. I mean, he's been following the system. When I met him and really started working with him a month ago, he didn't have any pros. And now look at this Google Hangout. So as we're growing, we're going to get so much documentation. I love how people are posting that they got edified on the pro show last night online. Is it documented? I've had even leaders from other companies reach out to me, and they're going, what the heck is going on over there? It's like every time I check your Facebook, it's welcome to the family, welcome to the family, welcome to the family. You guys are making it happen, and you know, so it's documented. And normally in most network marketing companies, those two things are very easy. Does it make sense, and is it documented? The last thing, and the hardest and biggest reason why people fail, is, can I or do I want to do this? Now, I'll give you guys an example. So I've done this in the past, where all of a sudden I start to have success. I've got documentation, and my friends and family come to me, and they say, listen, Robert, what do you do for a living? Can you teach me? Oh, boy, can I. Listen, first off, you need to get this book called Think and Grow Rich. There's OPE, OPI, OPM. And I do a presentation that I would do for strangers, and they look at me and go, man, Robert, listen, I'm happy you're successful, but I don't think I can do this. You've worked on yourself. You speak well now. You remembered all those facts, because they're looking at me going, so to become successful, I got to do what Junior just did to me? Is this making sense to you guys? Same thing. You get a brand new person in, and you show them the links, and it's like, well, listen, well now what do I got to do? And then you go off on them. or even before they see the video, oh, there's this guy named Robert Hollis. He's top 45 people how to make $1 million. And you use the internet marketing, you use blogs, and you use videos to brand yourself. And after that, what you got to do is you drive them through a funnel system and they're looking at you going, not that they don't think they can do it, they're just going, I'm sure as hell not going to do what you just did to me. Now, in a perfect world, I love when people say, well, what exactly do I got to do? What did Jeremy do to you? Oh, he hit me up on Facebook one day or gave me a call. We've been buddies for a while and said that he's being mentored by a millionaire and asked if I wanted free training. So I said yes. I watched some of the videos. I got really excited, so he showed me another video of an overview. And then I had some questions, so he put me on the phone with you. Can you do that? Wait a second. So all I got to do is find people that want to make money or be inspired, show them the free videos, and if they're interested, put them on the phone with Jeremy and you can answer their questions, train them, and help them get started? Yeah, I'm in. This is easy. I got this. So it's a magic in network marketing, guys, because, once again, you're not being the expert. And I don't have it written out right now, but if you guys can just mentally see a visual, let's say that this is your brand new person, and here you are. See, what happens is they have a trust there. They trust you, they know you, they love you. But they might not respect you as a business owner. They might not respect you as an internet marketer. All you now have to do is, if you're here, is edify. Properly edify your upline, whether it's Jeremy, whether it's me, whether it's my father, because if you edify us properly, now they're going to respect us. They don't even know who we are yet, but if you edify somebody properly, they'll now listen to them. And I'm sure if everybody has kids or a significant other, a fiance or a wife or a husband, I'm sure everybody can relate with this, where you've told them something over and over again or suggested that you could do something over and over again. And all of a sudden when they hear it from somebody else, it's a great idea. We should do this. We should go watch that movie. And you're going, oh, been telling you that forever, especially kids, you know what I mean? It's I was talking with somebody today that he homeschools his son, and he was trying to tell his son to do something forever, and he met a stranger today, and he told him he should do it. Now his son's all excited to try this new technique because somebody other than dad told him to do it. So I hope you guys really understand that concept. And what's so great in network marketing is that we all benefit from it. I would love nothing more than to find a leader underneath Jeremy, and then find a leader underneath them, and then find a leader underneath them, and help them become successful, because we all get a small portion of it. If you guys, all of you right now on the Hangout, in 2015 make absolutely no money, guess how much money I make? No money. If you guys think we're into this to get that, $50 a month from your pro membership, you are madly mistaken. We're in this to help you get to, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $10,000 a month. And that's really how you become successful. So I hope you guys really take that to heart. I know that is a roadblock for some people of asking for help, but if you don't humble yourself and ask for help and is able to edify somebody else, you're going to have a really, really, really tough time in this business. And the more you can practice edification, the better you're going to be. I think it's a lost art in America right now, in the world right now. What average people do is they get together and see how bad they can rip on each other. Right? Oh, hey, what's up, man? Looks like you put a little weight on through the holidays. Just edifying somebody is a lost art, and if you do it properly, that's probably one of the most strongest talents that you can learn in network marketing. Because I tell people all the time, and I'll give the example, is that if Jeremy said that, listen, tonight on the Google Hangout, we're going to have Donald Trump. We're going to have Donald Trump on here to show you guys how to make money. How many people would have had more people on the Hangout tonight? Why? Donald Trump's not willing to give you all his secrets to change your family's life. Donald Trump's not willing to take some time out to sit down with you guys and mentor you. My father is. I am. Jeremy is. See, the only difference why people would have more people on there is because edification, because people talk highly of him and hold him in higher regards. See, if you edified my father like you would edify Donald Trump, or you would edify, whoever that you look up to, and have that sense of urgency, that's where you'll have success. When you get people on a show, people always say, well, I don't understand, I got a bunch of leads in my back office, but nobody's watching the training. It's because you didn't edify it properly. I tell people, listen, if you don't have time to go through free training from a multimillionaire that can change your life, don't even bother going to the link. No, I'll go. Are you sure? I don't want to just send you this link as a waste of time. You're actually going to take time to change your life? Yeah, because I set it up, even though it's my father, that we have the golden nugget here. They're lucky we found them on Facebook. They're lucky that we're giving them a call to give them this training. So, I hope that kind of helped you out. I know that was a very long-winded answer to your question there, Jeremy, but I hope I touched on all the points. And if you give me 2 seconds, I got to run and get a cable. I'm at 4% battery here, so I'll turn it back over to you, Jeremy, real quick.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what we're talking about, and everybody, that's part of mastering the mundane. I know that I was talking with Robert. Goodness, it was probably a couple months ago when he gave me this example, but it made a lot of sense to me, and it really works. And this is something that's really helped. And again, I've appreciated Robert Jr. and his availability for me. In fact, I think there's a few of you even on here that I probably pulled you in on a three-way call with Robert Jr. at some point. But the power of that edification, it's like if we were both sitting in the same office and we're both on opposite sides of the desk and we both have a telephone and we're both calling cold leads and I'm here and I'm like I'm calling TJ and I'm like, hey TJ, you know what, you gave us you let us know that you're interested in making more money at home. You're looking for ways to do that. I'm wondering if you're still interested in that. And the first thing TJ does is go, well, tell me more about this. What is this? And what I would do is I would say, well, you know what, I'm not the person to tell you about this. You need to talk to Robert Jr. about this, right? And what that does is that makes TJ go, oh, Robert Jr. is the expert here, and I'm going to be talking to Robert Jr., right? While at the same time, Robert Jr. is sitting on the other side of the table here with the phone, calling people, and you might be like, hey, Evan, I hear that you're interested in learning ways to make money at home, and wondering if you're still interested in that. And Evan goes, well, what is this? And Robert Jr. goes, well, you know what? I'm not actually the person to talk to about this. I'm just scheduling appointments. You need to talk to Jeremy about this, right? And Robert's nodding his head, and that makes so much sense to me. Just that this is a powerful tool. It's a psychological thing here, just to edify that other person, bring them into it, allow the person that you're speaking with to really know that they're talking to somebody who is qualified, right? Who is there to help them, who is taking their time to help them, makes them feel special, and then they're going to, by feeling special, they're going to apply more value to it, or assign more value to that information and act on it a lot faster than if it's just you saying that. So that's something that Robert Jr. You taught me that, very, very powerful thing, and I really appreciate that. And then the other thing here, and Robert, again, you mentioned it just a second ago, is, and I love this.
I'm finally in.
You're finding two kinds of people. You're finding either somebody who's looking for more money or who's looking for mindset. Two things there. And I tell you what, we've got the best of both, right? And, again, Robert, if you've got just a second to touch on that, I mean, we've got the best comp plan and we've got the best mindset training, right? So we can answer both of those people. And so to ask them that question is really, really powerful. And if you could give just an example of where to go with that when we find out, what this person is looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that's why the fundamentals when you go through the training and when you're talking to people is really to build a rapport with somebody and find out what they want, because one of the biggest things that people make a mistake in when building a network marketing business is that not all people are going to join because of the reasons that you joined. There's a whole bunch of different personality types out there. There's people that just love to give and that love to help. There's people that are 100% based around facts, and then there's people that are 100% based around fun. and other people that just love money. So I've seen people that get in and and today was a great conversation. I'm glad you brought that up because, I did a strategy with a pretty big leader from a company, and he said, okay, so what's the angle? How should I approach everybody that I talk to? And I said, really, there's, two main ways, because there's a lot of people out there that need our help, that need this training, that, can go through it all for free and share it with others for free and help people. Now, but if you talk about the system and how much we're helping people, to another leader that I spoke with today, I'm not going to say his name, but this guy would be the epitome of just a shark. He's a red, money-motivated person. I could talk to him all day about giving and helping and how much the training is changing people's lives, and he does not care flat out. He actually called me and said, listen, Robert, so the comp plan changed to MLM. So how'd it happen? And I go, well, we still have the affiliate part, so you get 51% on your personal, and you get 100% check matching for your top producers for every 3. And then we also added a MLM part where you get 10 to 20% on your whole group. And he said, so wait a second. So if I signed up 3 people, I'd make $150. Yeah. And if I taught one of those to go get 3, I'd be making $300 a month. Yeah. And you get paid 10% on everybody in your group below that? Yeah. Okay, man, send me the links, man. I'm going to take a serious look at this. Well, hold on. Don't you want to know about the training and what we're selling? Listen, dude, I know how to put people in a business. If you're paying that kind of money, I'm in. So, we do have so much different aspects to it, and that's why you really got to find out where people's heads are at, because some people might just be looking at the training just for personal development for themselves, and they have roadblocks to get over, and they do love enjoying the time and getting the mentorship. Well, if you call somebody like that and say, Jeremy, what's going on, man? Well, we got to write down your goals, and why didn't you put me on any 3-ways today? We got to get you some money, man. Let's go into action, start working. They're going, I don't like you, and I don't feel like working right now. I'll pay $100 a month for the rest of my life just to go through this free training. I don't need you calling me up, bugging me, asking me why I didn't put you on a 3-way today. So that's very important, Jeremy, and I'm glad you brought that up. And it's really and it's not hard to find out where somebody's why is. It's just very simply asking them questions. What do they want to accomplish? What do they like? I guess here's the best one. The best way to figure it out fast is, what did you like most about what you've seen? Because right there, they're gonna tell you where their heart is. If you say, after they've gone through the training videos and seen the overview, what'd you like most about what you've seen? Oh my gosh, that comp plan's out of control. Money motivated. What'd you like most about what you've seen? You know what? There was something about your father where he just loves helping people, and I could relate with them. They're a giver. They like helping people. Or somebody that's going, you know what? I love the part that you can use the internet and that you can drive traffic and you can get leads. Their focus is to get more leads to maybe build their network marketing business. So, that's very important, but also clues to that as you start doing 3-ways that you'll get better with. I also think 3-way calls and edification and Google Hangouts are probably one of the best training techniques, because you'll hear Jeremy say those things over and over again, and you'll hear me, and you'll hear my father, and after you hear somebody figure out somebody's why 10, 20 times, you start to get it. So once again, another long-winded answer to there. I hope I touch base on what you were talking about.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Yep, exactly right. So no, I appreciate that. And I guess going back then to, and we'll be wrapping this up here really shortly, but I just did want to congratulate everybody and say, how proud I am of you as a team. Seriously, again, going back to what I started with, you guys are duplicating this. You're doing this. You're getting out and you're doing these things. And what I want for you is to caution you that you don't, as you start seeing this success, change what you're doing. It's working. Okay, it's working for you. Keep doing that. You've probably already, those of you who have been, on the team for a little while, you've probably already watched the training, master the mundane. Okay, you're doing that. A lot of you have already been on the training with me, either personally or with the video one that we did the other day, about how you get leads on Facebook. how you meet people and start building your following of people who know, like, and trust you. And it's a mundane action, and you do it every single day, but you're starting to do it, okay? And I'm seeing a couple of you nodding right now. That's cool, because you get it. You know, it's working for you. Don't change that, okay? So you're seeing success. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Keep going with it. Do these simple actions day in, day out for a long period of time, and you're going to start seeing the results. I can say from experience that that's working. You know, because now I'm waking up in the morning, and people that I've talked to previously, I'm waking up in the morning, and I've got all these people going, okay, Jeremy, tell me what you're doing. You know, they're coming to me, and that's fun. And that takes a load off of your shoulders. That makes this a blast. This is, I mean, and Robert's smiling because we've talked about this. It becomes a lot of fun. And that's what we want for you guys. We don't want this to be a chore. We want you to learn how to do the simple things and then just enjoy it and have a really good time. So I'm really, really proud of you guys, sincerely. You're doing awesome. We're going to do a lot more training and stuff in the future here. We're going to start keeping you accountable that you are doing the mundane things, because I want to see you keep growing and stuff. So as we close this up, again, Robert, thank you for being here. Is there anything else that you'd like to close out with for us tonight?
Yeah, I guess just to piggyback on what you said as far as mastering the mundane and keeping, not questioning it and keep doing the same thing is that, there's a philosophy that I heard in this profession, a long time ago, and I've lived through it many, many times, is that, your income is always 30 to 60 days away. And what I mean by that is I remember when I first started doing this concept of just helping people and sending out the training and building relationships with people, my background in network marketing, I've made a lot of money. And, I set some time aside to do this, and I even did what Jeremy said. I go to my father and going, listen, I'm putting in a lot of work. I'm talking to a lot of people. I'm sharing a lot of the videos. I've been doing this for a couple weeks, 3 weeks now, and I haven't signed up one pro. And immediately what your mind does, because we're an instant gratification society, well, what if I started putting money towards advertisements, and what if, I did this and I did this, and maybe we tweak the videos here, and my dad says, listen, trust me, just keep going, keep doing. And it seemed like almost like a week, 2 weeks after that, it was like email after email, you got a new pro, you got a new pro, and it just started all paying off, and it was just so amazing. And the biggest thing that I want to share with you guys is because I feel right now Success in Minutes is starting to go into momentum phase. And if you've ever been with a company and been with a group of people and the excitement and the energy when momentum comes, it is something that you can't even explain how amazing it is. And that how fast your life can change in 90 days. See, when you're ramping up a business like this, the first 90 days is really where it's most critical to get your business off the ground. The best way that I can describe it to people is like merging onto the freeway. So you jump in your car, and maybe you're going on the on-ramp that actually goes uphill a little bit, and the car is working overtime. First gear, it's like, and I mean, it's like all the energy to finally get up to 65 or, like I drive, 85. And when you finally put it in that fifth gear, the sixth gear in overdrive, what happens? The car is only barely running at 2,000 RPMs, but now you're doing 85 and you're wide open and you're going. You got momentum now, and that's what it takes. See, what most people do and where they'll get frustrated is they're going up the on-ramp, they're in first gear, they're in second gear, they're starting to get results, and guess what? They're getting frustrated, or they're getting overwhelmed, or they get sidetracked, and then they stop, and you let off the gas. And then you go straight back, and to go back from going to zero just to getting back up to second gear, it's like redoing all that stuff. And I can tell you guys from personal experience that it may be a lot of hard work in the beginning. It may be a lot of sacrifice. It may be, you have to give up some things now that you used to love. But man, is it worth it? Once you get things going and your group is growing. I even feel like now I told my dad that we were so excited to really launch this thing, and I haven't even had time to personally call my people, because everybody, hey, I got a Google Hangout, you got a 3-way call, I got for somebody for you to talk to. And, I just want you guys to, in your head, imagine one day that you wake up and you just got an overwhelming amount of people coming to you. You don't have to go out on Facebook and pique interest anymore. You don't have to, go out and call people anymore, because now people are coming to you. And we used to have a thing in my old company. You know how you get an email every time somebody upgrades? We actually changed the email that, instead of the beep when you get an email, it had a cha-ching noise every time we got an email, because I'm telling you guys, I would check my email in the morning and it was like 20, 30, 40, 50 people that came in my organization in one day. And it's all because of that first initial blast, that first initial, putting the work in. And once you get there, is now documenting leaders like Jeremy. Like, I can't edify him enough, how proud I am of him, and that he really, because he went through the same stuff. It's like, well, I've been talking to a lot of people, and, what do you think that I should be doing different? And maybe I should, maybe I should look into doing ads here, or maybe I should look, and I'm like going, no, Jeremy, just keep going, man. Just keep doing it. And all of a sudden to see that not only, is he climbing the ranks, but what makes me even more happy is that he's duplicating. How many people that he now has people coming in his organization, and that's really what this business is all about. It's great for you to get a big check, but when you can look in your back office, and one of my favorite things right now, I'll have to take a screenshot. If you guys seen everybody that's contributing to my check through the holidays, there's some people that did fall off from pros for me, but they just weren't watching the training and they looked at it as a lottery ticket. And out of my 15 pros that I have now, 9 of them got a check last month. That's awesome. I've never been with an MLM company where maybe 1 out of 20 got a check. Maybe 1 out of 30 got a check, and I got 9 out of 15 that are getting a check. Awesome. This is working, guys. It's duplicating. So just stick with it. Get your. We've got a lot more mindset and trainings to do with you guys, but get your why, get your goal. Write it down. Look at it every day, because there's some days you're going to get up and not feel like returning Facebook messages. There's some days that people are going to tell you no all day and give you a hard time and tell you that you're stupid, and friends and family members telling you you're out of control for building this stupid internet business. And if you don't have a why that you can look back to on the reason why you're doing this, making, I want to make $2,000 a month. Yeah, that's great. I'm talking about your real why. We say that if your why doesn't make you cry, something that really touches you every day. Me and Jeremy have really talked about his why a lot, and I know that's why he's pushing so hard right now. That's why I know he's not even giving up in his mind isn't even an option, because his why is there of what he's going to do. You have to have that thick skin, and I look at people that call me crazy and I just laugh at them. I think it's funny because especially through the holiday seasons, hanging out with family members that I even had my grandpa go, oh, you're still doing that crazy stuff? Have you ever thought, now that you have a son, maybe getting a stable job? And this is my 75-year-old grandpa that still works full-time and owes more on his house than it's worth. I'm going, you're calling me crazy? So sorry to go off on a tangent, but I hope you guys understand that of, you don't have to do this forever. It's a lot of hard work, but man, is it worth it, and just give it everything you have, every second that you have in the day. Turn off the television. Delete the Candy Crush from your phone. Whatever you gotta do, and give it 100% in 90 days. And you guys, I don't know if I've ever seen this, but I got this tattoo on my wrist, and it's a diamond with the number 90 in it. Because when I first started 10 years ago, I was financially broke, mentally broke, spiritually broke. My credit, all my credit cards were maxed out. I didn't own anything. I was living in a hotel, and my dad said, "Listen, let's do 90 days wide open, 110%." And 90 days later, on my birthday, I walked into BMW and bought a $70,000 car. You can change every area of your life in 90. Not every area, but you can change completely something in 90 days. If you really give it that commitment, if you really put it forward. It could be with your relationships, your weight, your business, whatever it is. It's so fast how things can change. So fast, just like my father said, you guys have a blink of an eye, and I know that I was actually saying this, Jeremy, to Molly, and then I did another Google Hangout with Melody, and both the Google Hangouts got maxed out, and there was all these people upset, because they couldn't participate. And I love these Google Hangouts because we'll have to start putting a link where you can watch, and then a link where you can participate. And it's like, oh, you better get on there like a half hour early, if you want to get on, because it's gonna get out of control, guys. So I know I'm sure you guys can tell how passionate I am, how excited I am. If you guys don't, I'll put it right here in my chat. 949-923-7389. That is my personal cell phone number. If you haven't done so, I don't add people on Facebook because I have so many people that send me friends requests unless you send me a message. So I know we talked to TJ about that the other day, is that just say, hey, Robert, can you add me as a friend? That way I could delete somebody or know who you are. I respond really good to Facebook messages. You guys have my phone number. You can call me, text me anytime. I can't help you unless you use me. I'm not a babysitter. I'm not a cheerleader. I'm not going to ask you guys why you didn't do a Google Hangout or why you didn't reach out to me for a three-way. And because don't take this to offense, because if you don't want it, I'm going to find other Jeremys out there. I'm going to find people that want this, that will bug me, that will use us, and we'll drive them straight to the top of this company, and I can't wait till we start having live events where people are standing on stage holding big checks, and there's only two groups of people, that one is going to be a part of this and one that's going to watch this happen. I know there's going to be a lot of people that don't want to admit that they had a chance to get on a Google Hangout with Jeremy back in 2015. Or had a chance to do an interview with my father, and they didn't. We're growing so fast, guys. Dad's still doing interviews. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep up with it in a month or so from now. So if you haven't done an interview with him yet, shame on you, because there's going to be people going, oh my God, I wish I could have done an interview with Rob. And you just got to pay 10 grand now. No, I'm joking. So with that said, I'll pass it back over to you, Jeremy, and I can't edify you and your team enough, and it just shows that not only that you're duplicating, but there is one part to success in minutes that you won't learn from the training, and it's work ethic and dedication, and Jeremy definitely has that, and that's why he's becoming successful. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys. It's an honor to be working with you guys, and please, you got my cell phone. You can find me on Facebook. Please, please, please let me help you. So back over to you, brother. Appreciate you.
I appreciate it so much, man. And again, thank you just for you being accessible like you have been, and everything that you've taught, and just being a good friend. I mean, seriously, just reaching out and being a good friend. I really appreciate it, man. Got a lot
to play some street hockey here this
We're
month.
gonna do that. Yeah, we'll send pictures. This is gonna be interesting.
No.
Right? Little Wayne's World hockey going on. This should well, see, now we've told people, so now we've got to do this too. So we'll see you in a couple weeks. Thanks again, Rob. I really appreciate it, man. So and exactly, with the rest of us here, exactly what he said. I know I've been talking to a few of you about getting on and doing those of you who are a pro, getting on and doing an interview with Robert Sr. there, and yeah, who knows how long he's going to even just be able to do that because of the sheer numbers that are coming into this thing. So, I mean, he's waiting for some of you right now. I know he is. And, I mean, he knows even who you are, and he's like, man, I can't wait until, somebody gives me a phone call and we're going to do another interview with them. And what a powerful tool. For me, it was a powerful tool. Extremely powerful. I'm talking to somebody on Facebook, and they're like, how much are you making? Well, I'm not making much. I'm just starting, but I'm working with a man who's made over $40 million. And he's mentored 45 people into becoming a millionaire. And they're like, yeah, no way, you're not working with him. Like, no, seriously, here, I did an interview a little bit back with him. Would you want to watch that? And they're like, you're kidding me. And I sent them the interview. Every single one that I sent an interview to, like, the first thing that they would get back to me is like, man, love that guy. He's very sincere. You're working with him? It gave me credibility. It gave, the company credibility, introduced people to Robert, and it just created that interest there. Very, very important. And that is, for those of you who are pro, that's something he's willing to do with you. So I'd really, really encourage you to do that. And then we're going to be doing some more trainings. I know we did the Facebook training. For those of you who haven't seen that yet and want kind of a step-by-step walkthrough on how to continue to grow the list, basically, of people who know, like, and trust you using Facebook. for free, which shocks a lot of people. I know people are out there buying leads and doing, you know, pay-per-clicks and Facebook ads for leads and stuff like that. You know what? It's funny. I was talking to Angelica actually earlier today. We were on a hangout with somebody else and with Mary, and Angelica is just like, you know, like really hit home, like when you said on that training, like, you know, click this, type this in, click this, and boom, there's about 1 million leads, targeted leads for free, right there. Okay, and so if that is available to us, and these are people who we already have something in common with, and we're not taking advantage of that and creating relationships with those people, what are we doing? You know, and so that's that mastering the mundane that I really. So if you don't have that training, if you haven't seen that or you want to see it again, hit me up. Okay, I'll send you the link to it. It's recorded and stuff. We need to watch that, and we need to be doing that. I know it's working for a lot of you. It's working for me. But then, and just to close out, just like what Robert Jr. just said right there, you guys have my contact information. Use it. Don't be afraid to reach out and use that. I am here for you. Again, like he said, your success equals my success, and so I'm very motivated to help you become successful. You know, to tell you the things that I've learned from these gentlemen, from Robert Jr. and from his father. I want that for you sincerely because that's who I am and that's what I want for you. But I also, you know, money comes into it as well. The more successful you are, more successful that way I'm going to be. So I'm very motivated to do that. Thanks again, Robert Jr., for being here. I'll be talking to your dad again later and stuff. I appreciate that. Appreciate it, everybody. I'll be posting some more training, and we're going to do some more team calls and things, do some training and some accountability with that. And we're going to really start hammering this. It's 2015, you guys. It doesn't take long. That's you know, I've been told that over and over. Jeremy, this isn't going to take you 10 years. When you buckle down, Jeremy, this is going to take months, not years, man. And it's happening, and it can happen for you guys too. We're here to help you. I'm excited for all of you. Thanks for being here. We'll see you on Facebook and on phone calls and in the next meeting, you guys. Glad you're here. We'll see you later.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Robert.
Have a blessed night. Happy New Year's. Let's rock it.
Same to you.
Go get him.
See you later, TJ. Glad you could make it.
Hey, tune in.
Bye, everybody. Nice to see you.
See ya.
Hey, Jeff. Have a good one, man.
Buddy.
You want to hear the good news?
Yeah. What's the good news, TJ? Because I saw you typing some stuff in.
I made phone calls today. I got 2 new people.
There you go. Woo! Yeah. Okay, that's doing stuff. That's what we want. That's awesome. Proud of you. Proud
Back
of you.
on the phone tomorrow.
Good deal.
Buddy,
Jeremy?
What's up, Jeff?
it's off to the bank. Time to go pro.
Okay, everybody, congratulations. Jeff's going.
Yay!
All right.
Right on.
Good choice, man. Welcome on board.
Hey, Jeremy, I think Leanne's on here with us now.
Hey, Leanne, how are you doing?
Hey, Jeremy. So I'm gonna go pro.
Another one. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Welcome to the family, Leanne. Good choice. We're glad you're here.
Thank
Dang.
you. One
all
question.
Yeah.
Question. Where can I find that Facebook training?
I will send it to you. So
Cool.
Evan, if you get me, are we friends already on Facebook, Leanne?
We are.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll just message that training to you. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's real
Thanks.
basic. Those of you who haven't seen it, just hit me up for it. I'll apologize. Technical difficulties on the first one, getting that one figured out too. So about the first 2 minutes, 30 seconds is me kind of looking at the screen going, what is not working? Okay. But
Yeah.
so just click ahead to like 2:30 or 3 minutes or something, and the training's there. It's what, seriously, like Evan, TJ, Jenny, this is the stuff that's working for you guys, I know, right? So just
Absolutely.
following this, and don't have the tendency to go and switch and go, well, you know, this is working cool, but what if I do this? Okay, you can do the what if I do this stuff after you're making $10,000 a month. Okay, so I mean, just do the simple thing consistently for time, and like what Robert Jr. said, you know, there's like kind of that 3-month delay. Okay, so expect that. Okay, and be excited for that. Know that it's coming. Okay, it's coming. It's going to be awesome. So good. I'm glad to have you on board, Leanne. I'm glad to have you on board, Jeff. How's it going tonight, Evan?
Good, good, good. I just real quick before we take off, I did want to give a huge shout out. One to Leanne, awesome, way to go.
All right, yeah.
I'm happy to have you on board, and also to Josh Hannelan. He wasn't able to get in on the panel, but he is here watching. So Josh, way to go, keep killing it, brother. You're doing awesome, man.
All right, Josh, it's been fun working with you already, buddy. Good, good. Awesome job, you guys. I'm seriously, I'm so proud of all of you. This is so much fun. This is so much more than a business, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a party, man.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we're gonna sign off. We're gonna do this again. Tell you what, actually, I've got just a few of you left on the panel and stuff here tonight. So we'll call you kind of like the founding, the core right here. Okay. Couple things. Be in touch with me about team names. TJ and I were
already talked to you about that one. I've been on it.
Okay, and then also, what times would be good? We need to do at least a weekly meeting, just kind of a check-in, right? Keep ourselves accountable, keep ourselves motivated. It's really important, and that's what a family does, and that's what we're going to do. And so, as you're communicating with me on the best days and times to do that, I'll kind of compile kind of an average of that. And obviously, you know, I've owned my own business that had a scheduling thing, like the martial arts school, and trying to figure out schedules that pleased everybody was near impossible. But we really will try and do our best, and then they will be recorded, obviously, too. So be in touch with me about that. All of your feedback is really, really important to me. Okay, and I definitely I want to make you guys succeed. That's why I'm here. Okay, so I'm so glad you guys could make it tonight. Hope everybody has a super night. Welcome to 2015, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Okay?
Have a great night, Jeremy.
Have a good night, you
Good
guys.
night, guys. Good night,
Bye-bye.
team. Bye, Jeremy. Bye,
Good night,
Evan.
yeah, good night, everybody.
Night.